Hi Flosstube, I'm Lori Schickalone and welcome to Once Upon a Stitch. Today is May 1st. It is Flosstube number 30 for me. The last time we were together, I had said that I might have a guest joining me. Unfortunately, Rebecca was home for spring break from school, but her mother needed her to take care of her dogs while she had to visit her mom, Rebecca's grandmother and grandfather, in Florida. Her mom and dad went. And so the day that we were actually going to get together, Rebecca wasn't feeling well, and I think she stayed in bed most of the day, she said. So best laid plans. I'm sorry, all you get is me. But at first I thought this was going to be a real short video, and it's not going to be that long. I just have some things to share to wrap up April with. Today is May 1st, so it's the beginning of Mania, and I can't wait to start my first start for May 1st. But in the meantime, I'm just going to wrap up April and share a few things with you. Alrighty, let's get right into it. Easter was at my house. I had about 18 people for dinner, and we had a lovely time, and that's all I'm going to say at this point. I might share something else later. Then this past Saturday, we had a meetup of our reunion people from the New Jersey retreat. There's about 10 of us that get together every month. And I guess Arlene Cohen works by ABC. She's running the New Jersey Flosstube retreat for August. So we got together at Barbara's house this time, and we were working on some stuff that will be used at the New Jersey retreat. Plus we had some stitching time, and Barbara was wonderful in opening her house to us. Barbara is an amazing person, and so crafty. Besides cross stitching and quilting and paper crafting and journaling, and I mean the beading, and the list goes on and on and on, and I want to be her next door neighbor. These are people that you meet once in a lifetime that can do it all, and I think she would be an amazing person to have her own Flosstube, and maybe one day she will, maybe with her daughter Kim. So they hosted us at their house, and we had a lovely time. This upcoming Saturday, it is going to be a Needle Fest 2019 at a hotel, the Imperia in Somerset, New Jersey, and Needleworkers Delight is hosting it this year. So a lot of needle workers in general will be there, and it's new to me, so I'll let you know how it was. And our New Jersey retreat group will be having a table, and I'll see a whole bunch of other people that I've never met before, so I'll let you know how it goes. Alrighty. Thank you for all the people who've wished me well for my birthday and anniversary, which was the beginning of April. But I got a gorgeous birthday card from Allison, who is half of Stitching Social. She wrote a lovely note inside and a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Allison, for thinking of me. And while we were at Barbara's house, we were looking in her craft room, her quilting craft room, and we were all with our jaws hanging down, and she had a bag there, and she says, "This is for you." And I said, I didn't know who she was talking to, and I said, "Me?" So she says, "Yeah, this is for you. It's from Kim and I. It's for your birthday. Your birthday just passed." And it was like, okay, totally shocked. So I just want to share with everything all the goodies that Barbara and Kim gave me. And they're heavy. These are, look at these bags. These are little thimbles, and a pom-pom, and a thread, a spool. It's turned. Okay. And then it's filled with goodies, fabric, and I love to write. So mechanical pencils, notebooks to write all my stitching stuff, a magnet, always choose joy, and And then in the other bag, and I'm going to use these bags as my project bags as well for smalls. This would be perfect. And then another one with a pink pom-pom, and these are all sewing notions with buttons. And look at these pins. They look like little owls or something. I don't know. They're spools. They're spools. They would go this way. Isn't that adorable? I guess she heard me say that I'm going to be stitching. I was getting the quilting bug. So thank you so much, Barbara and Kim. It was a lovely, lovely surprise. Totally caught me off guard. Okay. The next thing I'm going to say I received from Jan Grandel. She won a giveaway that I was having on Bend Creek Summer Row. And she sent me a lovely, lovely thank you card. Look at this card. Isn't that perfect for spring? But she included my first silk. Silks for You, and it's PR number 94. I've never had silks before, so I'm going to find a project that's, I don't know, can you see? It's like different colors, purples and blues and teals, and just love it. Thank you so much, Jan. I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much. I'm going to find a special project that I can do the whole thing in just that, because I love it so much. So thank you, Jan. Okay, from my last video, a few people have mentioned this quilt. Lisa Munchausen and Sarah Brunsvold. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. They were asking me about this quilt. Somebody thought it might be in wool, but no, it's all cottons, and this is rickrack for the stems, and it was all pieced on the machine with a buttonhole stitch and then quilted. And the pattern, which I was luckily found, was Summer Dreams. Now, the pattern does say Summer Dreams at the top, but I cut it out. I thought it could be spring or summer, so I left it off, but I'm not going to make this again. And I know this is, we only have a few quilters that watch, but if anybody is interested, this is a giveaway. Don't say giveaway in your post, but if you're interested, just say, I'm interested in Summer Dreams, and you'll be entered to win. The cutoff date will be May 12th, midnight May 12th. And I will choose a winner by my next video, which should be around the 15th of May. You have to be 18 or older to enter, and you have to be able to share your address with me either on my email or on Instagram. Okay, and all the other rules apply, whichever rules they were, that everybody does. Okay, I'm going to get right into it. Finishes. I've had a couple of finishes. Fully finished. This one was Prairie Schooler July, and I was hemming and hawing with frames for this. This is a frame that my uncle had made years ago, and my husband cut down and made it square for me, and a little piece of lint there, and we painted it, and this is the finished project. So the next one is Jan. Here's Summer Row by Bend Creek, and it's crooked. There you go. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It said welcome. I attached 2 magnets. I laced the piece, put 2 pieces of, what do you call that stuff? Sheet metal, and I'll just stick it there, and I'll hang it. And that's my finish for Summer Row. The next finish I had was Oh Say Can You See by Hands On Design, and I was going to try the drum. And then after I finished it, I says, I don't know if I want a drum with this. And then I was thinking of a pillow. And I had a piece of fabric that would be really nice as a bottom border, but I didn't have enough of it. So I went searching and I couldn't find it anywhere. I went to Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and they didn't have it. So I came back home and I got a candle. And it wasn't, I don't know what kind of candle it was, but it was the shorter candle, and I put this around it. And basically it fit around a 12-inch circumference. So maybe in time I will finish this as a drum, but I'm in no rush at this point to tackle on something that I think is a little challenging for me, since I've never done a drum before. But whenever I do finish it, I will definitely share it with you. Okay, another finish I had was High Heels Collection number 2. I was at Needleworkers last week. They were having a sale, and I was talking to Jimmy, and I said to Jimmy, I says, "Is this a soda stitch pattern?" And he said, "Yes." I said, because it was in with the other soda stitch patterns that they had. And I said, "But it doesn't have a soda stitch logo like the other ones do." So he goes, no, that's a soda stitch, because I don't know why it doesn't have it. I said, okay, because when I talk about it, I always say it's shinyrubin.com, because I don't know. He says, no, it's a soda stitch pattern. So anybody who was interested about this pattern, it is a soda stitch pattern. And here's my finish, but a backing on it, so I might have to stand up. And oops, this way. And that's the finish. Now I have to decide on a frame, maybe a mat. But I loved doing this. It was fun, and hopefully it'll be fully finished in time for Amy's birthday. Shh, don't tell her. Okay, so since my last video, I had more new starts that I didn't show you in the last one, because I say I'm going to do a video on such and such a date. I try to do that whether I finish my new starts or not. So the new start that I had was from the Tra-La-La collection, and it's Egg Hunt. And this is how far I've gotten on it. And this is on 28 count white, antique white. It's cute. Oh my god, I love this pattern. Okay. And then I had some whips that I worked on. I worked on Joan Elliott's Joyful Snowman, and I was able to get his scarf done. Let's see, I want to be able to have some, because it's kind of see-through. I was able to get all the outline in his face, his scarf done, and his arm, the bird, and the outlining of his mitten and the bird. So that's where I am at on Joyful Snowman. The next one that I worked on was Primitive Hair Snow White. And I worked on her dress, her hand, and the bird. I got the word Snow White in. And yeah. So basically, I have the rest of her dress here, the deer to get in, and the border. So still a number of days of stitching on here. You know, I do the 2-day rotation, so I try to get as much as I can in the 2 days, but sometimes best laid plans don't always work out. I worked on Joy, but I did not get much done on this at all, and it just happened that way. Here's Joy, and I had said that I was waiting to do the bottom of the Y until I got this in, so that I made sure that the end of the Y lined up correctly. But I didn't finish that motif. I started it, and that's all I can say at this point. You know what it is? I think that particular motif was on 4 pages. So I was constantly shifting pages to make sure that it would line up, because another one that I had done, I had to frog. So it's this one in the middle, and that's all I got done. It's beautiful. I love it, but I just each part of the is on a different page, and it was constantly changing pages, and so I was getting a little frustrated. So that's all I accomplished on Joy in this rotation, and I won't pick it up in in May, because it's November autumn stitching for Mania. Then the next one I worked on, just looking for the picture, is Little House Needleworks Liberty Lane. I know I stand up. And then I finished the middle house and the red house, and I started the center house, which is going to be white. So I'm loving this. And this is on 28 count cinnamon that I picked up at, it's a Swigert cinnamon roll, 28 count Lugana. I have a little tag in the back here. I try to do that now on things that I'm working on, so I remember to always share the fabric. I know a lot of you always make a comment that I don't do that. The first time I work on something, I try to do it, and then sometimes I forget, when I show it again, the progress on it. So I'm going to go back to Easter. Well, no, I shouldn't go to Easter. I'll show you my next whip, and then I'll go back to Easter. This was a secret whip that I didn't even show you, and it wasn't a whip. It was a new start. And yeah, I don't know how, it overwhelms me when I think about it and talk about this. But it's a Lindy Stitch pattern, and it's called There's No Place Like Home Except Grandma's. I'm going to be a grandma for the first time. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy. And I wanted to share it with you all. And I don't do a pretty cry. So this is how far I got in the 2 days. And there's no place like home. And then the next part will be except grandma's. And Rebecca was going to come on, and we were going to do this together, sharing the news with you. But she had a difficult first trimester with nausea and not feeling well, and that's what happened. She just couldn't make it. But I said to her, "Can I share it, or do you want to be here when we tell everybody?" And the thing is, we don't know when we can get together to do a Flosstube. There's so much coming up now. Rebecca is due in September, and the wedding is coming up, and between baby showers and bridal showers and weddings and everything else, and preparing now a nursery that they have to do, and all this, it's a lot on everybody's plate, so we don't know when we're going to get together. Eventually we will, but it was a hard road in the beginning. They came, and they told my husband and I that they were expecting, and we were all so excited, but we knew very early in the pregnancy. And what happened was, because of Rebecca's age of 35, she had to have extra tests. And they went for genetic testing and everything, and the news wasn't good at first. And from the highest high, we all went down to the lowest low. And said our prayers and hoped for the best. They had found some fluid in the baby's neck area, and it was supposed to measure 1 or less. 3 was iffy, and 5 was really not good. Well, theirs registered 5.8, and they immediately started talking to them about terminating the pregnancy. But, Michael and Rebecca said, hold off, like, this is way too much. So they had to do blood tests, blood work, match all the chromosomes, and then they had to do more tests. And so we had to wait 2 weeks. And it was a difficult time for all of us. And but the good news is they don't know why it was there. It went away. Everything is fine. But then you hear the doctor told them, oh well, I heard a baby. We had a baby that was 9 and the baby was fine. So it's just, I guess, babies develop at different rates, and when they do these tests, not everybody measures at the same rate as everybody else. But so far they said everything is fine, and we are overjoyed, over the moon. And we had a reveal on Easter. And that was the other part of Easter that I wanted to share with you. Michael said he wanted a 9-tier cake because she's due in September. So we shared it with everybody. And here's a picture of Michael, Rebecca, and my mother-in-law, and the reveal cake of all the M&Ms coming out on the plate. And we dyed the cake blue. So we had a great time on Easter. And my mother-in-law and my husband are delighted that the name carries on. I guess the Italian tradition. Okay, I had a little bit of haul, very little. I bought some fabric, but I already put it in my some projects that I'm kitting up. So, but the one that I do have out is Jubilee 28 count ice blue. And that's a Swigart pattern, fabric. And then I picked up High Heels Collection number 3 because I love that black shoe, and I love the ribbons on this one, and I love it all. But I don't know when I'll start that one. And then I just couldn't resist, since now I knew it was a boy. Pinocchio. When I was in Venice, Pinocchio was a story that came out of Venice. And I was looking for the book in Italian, and nobody seemed to, the bookstores there didn't have it. I guess they have new things, and they didn't have things that were from the olden times. But my cousin had gotten a Pinocchio book when she was in Italy. But this is going back like 45 years ago. And I always loved that book. But I couldn't find anything similar. But I found this, and I thought it was adorable. So in my pile of to do. And funny thing, on the Christmas stockings, I had purchased, and the Christmas stocking is this one that I'm referring to. And I bought 2 patterns when I bought this one. I bought this and a teddy bear pattern. And I told Rebecca, choose one, I'll just do whatever you choose, because there were no grandchildren in the picture, and I was just saying, well, eventually I'll just get it done and have them ready, and then when the time comes, put the name in and finish them up. So she picked the snowman, but then off camera she said to me, well, a snowman if it's a boy, but if it's a girl, at the teddy bear. So I've been stitching this snowman, and she wasn't even pregnant at the time. Well, that she told me anyway. And I'm thinking, gee, I hope I don't have to just drop this and start the other one again. But just a little side note. I didn't have to, and I'm going to continue with this one. But they say that the child usually doesn't understand a stocking until they're 3 years old. So I have time. Alrighty, I guess that's it. I hope everybody has a wonderful Stitch Mania. I know I'm anxious and looking forward to all the new starts, and looking forward to watching all your progress on Instagram, on Flosstube, Facebook, and I wish you happy stitching, and take care. Bye.